Hi, I'm Bill Doherty, and I'm the host of Hands on Harwich. And today we're going to talk to Eric Beebe and Frank Crowley, who respectively are our Recreation Director and a member of the, what would you call it, the Recreation Commission, Frank?
Rec Commission, yes.
Yep. Okay. Well, one of the things that people want to know about, living here in Harwich is something more about, I guess, the nuts and bolts of what we have here. I think people go by this wonderful building. It's hard to believe it's over 10 years old now.
Yeah, it is. Time flies. We've come a long way too, I think, since it's opened.
Yeah.
The rec department in general handles all the youth programs, adult programs, senior programs in town. We also do all the parks and fields and memorial squares, and we handle all the beaches in the summer. So
you're
stay
all
busy.
over the place. Well, that goes to point, and I think the Chamber of Commerce would like to hear that, of all of the recreation opportunities here in Harwich. It makes it a real good destination.
Oh, absolutely.
But one of the things that the Recreation Commission does, and I think it's very important for the people who live here all year round to be aware of, is what some of the features are of the programs that you offer. For example, we're at each season of the year, there's different programs that are offered, and I wonder if you could start us off in January as to the kinds of programs you're offering, and then bring us through each one of the seasons.
Yeah, January would be included in our winter brochure. We have a separate brochure that comes out for each season.
And how would somebody get that?
You can get that off our website, harwichcommunitycenter.org, through the Recreation Department link. We have lots of them available right here at the community center. We could email them to you. We will get it to you however you want us to get it to you, one way or another.
Okay, and give an example of some of the programs you offer in January.
Winter is a very popular time we have tons of basketball for all ages for kids. We have after-school programs. We have indoor tennis and indoor pickleball.
Indoor tennis?
Oh yeah, right in the gym. It's set up for tennis or volleyball or pickleball, which is huge now, a huge sport coming up.
Yeah, I've heard the name pickleball, and I've actually had the occasion to volunteer at a fourth grade program. They were talking about pickleball.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't really figured out how you do that.
We do the same here. We have an elementary school program. We have adult programs. Frank is actually our pickleball guru here in town. Wow. He's been running the show for us lately.
Frank, tell us a little bit about pickleball. What's that all about?
Well, pickleball started in Harwich roughly 3 years ago, and the commission had two of the courts 3 and 4, painted striped for pickleball. And so we can also play, they're multi-purpose, so we also play tennis and pickleball on those courts. And right now we're running pickleball 4 days a week at Brooks Park. And last year we also started a program for the 3rd and 4th grade kids as an afternoon program where a van picks them up and brings them over here 1 day a week, and they seem to like it.
Well, the van sounds great, because I know that one of the one of the issues for parents is, can they safely get to some of the venues that that they can play at? So the van goes to the elementary school?
Yes, it does. We actually pick them up ourselves. We acquired a second van last year, so we can take about 30 kids from a program, go pick them up right at the elementary school, bring them right here to whatever program they're participating in, whether it be pickleball or after-school program or anything, really.
Okay, now we're in the wintertime. We're talking about the wintertime. What about those of us who have reached those sunset years?
We have adult programs. We have tennis. We have adult field hockey. We have adult indoor soccer, adult volleyball. We also have senior volleyball and senior tennis. We have tennis lessons.
When you say senior field hockey, I was always concerned about placing a stick in the hands of a girl.
Well, it works out. They're pretty good.
Oh yeah. Well, with a point of pride, my two of my granddaughters were captains of the field hockey team. Of course, they weren't in Harwich, but they wanted to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Field hockey is every Tuesday night. They play right in the gym.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. I don't know if I could hang with them there.
Okay, so we've got programs, and I would imagine that that would go through March.
Yep.
And starting in March, what kind of programs?
Yeah, well, that leads us to the spring brochure. That's when we start getting into softball and t-ball for the kids. We continue to do after-school programs throughout the year, because that's one of the most popular features, especially for elementary school. Throughout the year, we also do a lot of open gym activities, so the kids could come over after school, free of charge, use the gym, use the game room. We have supervision here, and we put out the balls.
Very important that you mention that you do have supervision, because because there's a, you know, there's a benefit for the citizens to know that the community center does have oversight, and that one of the concerns that people have is that they put facilities in place to, you know, to help people out and to give them a recreation opportunity, but they want to know that there's some kind of supervision, both to make sure that the property is taken care of, but also that the kids are safe.
Safe, yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Now, in the game room, you might mention what kind of games you're offering.
Yeah, game room, we have, there's 2 pool tables currently. There's
Pool tables.
There's 2 fairly new ping pong tables. We have air hockey table,
Really?
a foosball table, and a TV in there. So
Okay.
kids make good use of that room.
Well, that's great. You know, one of the concerns that those of us who, well, actually my grandchildren are all pretty well grown up, is that there'd be recreation opportunities that get them off of their seat in front of those video games.
Well, yeah, we do have a TV in the game room, but right now, conveniently, it's not working right. So
really?
I actually don't mind that,
Yeah,
because
I
it means they
wouldn't
can
either,
get up
yeah.
and go play some basketball and do something active.
Yeah.
We also started throughout the winter and the spring for the past 5 years. We've been doing a special open gym period on Saturday nights to get kids in here on Saturday nights from 5 to 10.
5 to
also
10.
free and
Oh.
supervised.
Well, 5 to 10 is an important time because, you know, kids need some recreation opportunities where they can interact with their pals, and in an environment where there's a little bit of competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's an open.
Do they have to sign up for this?
They don't have to sign up. They could come in and they sign in, and they
Uh-huh.
come to the Saturday night or regular open gym.
Okay.
But there's no sign up and no fee
All right.
involved.
Do they have to establish any kind of identification as to where they live?
They do. Well, when they come in for a Saturday night open gym, especially, they have to show that they're from Harwich.
Okay.
We tend to get to know 90% of the
yeah,
kids
well,
as they come in. You know,
being
and-
here was it for 30 years. I think I have history with a lot of kids here.
Yeah.
And you sort of know them. Yeah, I remember you in the 5th grade. You were a wise guy.
Yeah, we let the school choice kids in too. Now, especially now that it's Monomoy. You know,
Well, if they're,
Chatham and
if they're
Harwich
going
alike.
here to school,
Yep,
they should,
exactly.
and they're making friends.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that took so long for the Monomoy district to happen was that there needed to be more integration of the kids from both communities.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so summer.
Summer. That's the big one.
Big one, yeah. That's when everybody is out and about.
Yeah, we have a ton of summer programming for kids and adults. We have about 1,000 kids that participate in summer programs a year. So we handle
In the summertime?
In the summer,
Oh,
yeah. So we handle all the beaches and all the fields that we book to all the different organizations that use the fields. And aside from that, we have a half-day and a full-day playground program, which is kind of a day camp here. We have tennis lessons and swim lessons and baseball and softball and lacrosse and everything you could think of. So
When should people try to sign up for that?
every year for summer, because there's such a demand for it, we have an early registration period for the whole month of May. So they could sign up for every program except for swim lessons during that month. And then after that, there's set registration days throughout the summer for each session of the programs.
Now, you mentioned swim lessons. We don't have a pool yet.
No.
So where do the swim lessons take place?
We do swim lessons. This is our first year. We're doing them at Long Pond in town, or Fernandez Bog.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be my pond.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So where do you go to Coons Hollow or down to the beach?
No, down to the beach, to the
Okay.
main one.
All
Yep. We used to run at Sand Pond for years, but we thought that would be Long Pond would be a great venue for it. So we're
Oh
going
yeah,
to try.
I think it's a good place to
Yeah.
swim, and I know that that our harbor master has made sure that it's a safe venue for swimming.
Yep.
Because he makes sure that those
Moorings there.
moorings
Yeah.
are far
Yep.
enough away.
Yep, absolutely.
And they're well marked for buoys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so swimming is a great thing for kids to learn.
Yep.
Especially since we live in the Cape and surrounded by water.
Yeah, and it works out well. We have 3 really dedicated swim instructors that teach. We average around 80 or 90 kids per session for 4 sessions throughout the summer. So people love it, and we keep it very affordable for them, and it's a good activity for us to have in town.
I guess I should ask Frank, can grandparents sign up their visitors?
Yes, they can. We have many people, Harwich residents that bring grandchildren here, and they're welcome to sign up in the program.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, I would want that, or wanted that, but now that, let's see, my youngest is 15, and she's in high school, and they tend to sort of drift away, but but back in the day, we did take advantage of the programs that were offered.
Yep.
Did you say you had a sailing program?
We don't have a sailing program. We used to have a sailing program years ago. We converted over to kayaking, which we haven't had for
that's very
a couple years.
popular.
We used to have lessons where we had an instructor that took people out on guided tours, but we haven't had an instructor. This is a good way to get it out,
Yeah,
that
right,
we're always
yeah.
looking for a kayak instructor.
And you might mention you're looking for other instructors as well.
Oh, we're always looking for people.
And
Yeah,
if they
absolutely.
wanted to get a hold of, to put their names forward for that, how would they do that?
They can call the main rec office at 508-430-7553.
Okay.
And they could ask to speak to me, Eric, or my assistant Sue Frazier.
Sue Frazier,
And,
sure.
Yeah, and that would be great. The more the merrier. You know.
Okay, so there's an opportunity for people that live here to participate at a higher level.
Absolutely.
And I would say, just from my own experience of being a volunteer here in town, is that you'll get more out of the programs if you show up and participate in them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're in the summertime. We've got 1,000 programs. What about us old folks? What do you got for us in the summertime?
In the summertime, we still have our summer adult programs that kind of run through the year. We still have tennis. They play outside. As Frank had mentioned, pickleball is a huge one in the summer. There's still senior volleyball during the days. In the summer, we make room in the gym with all the kids that are here for the camp. But we're always open to even more opportunities. If people have suggestions on a new program they might want to see, I welcome them to contact me, and we'll give it a shot. We'll try anything.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
And I think people should be aware of that this is an open enrollment and also an open opportunity to participate.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just have to put the name forward. Okay.
Yep.
So now we've shown that we've got programs in the summertime for old folks and for young folks. Now September comes and we have this great exodus. Everybody's going home. All the visitors are going home. And it's just us folks left. What do you do in the fall?
The fall is a big time. We start up all our soccer programs for the kids, everywhere from kindergarten on up to 6th grade.
We don't call it football yet, right?
No, well, we actually have flag football separately.
You do?
So we do. We have a flag football program that runs right out here on the fields. So we have flag football and soccer. We have our after-school programs and open gyms. We're going to do a tennis and pickleball fall session down at Brooks Park while the weather's still okay. We're also going to be doing a series of trips for the kids, making use of our van, bowling, go-karts, nature walks.
Go-karts?
Yeah.
Now you take them over to, was it over the Shaw's, over that go-kart?
Yeah, right over near there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's fairly easy to get to then.
Yeah. We've done some UMass football games in the past before.
You took them to UMass?
Yeah.
To Amherst?
Yep.
You didn't take them to Boston College?
No, not Boston College.
Well, of course, my alma mater is not known for being generous as far as that goes. But UMass has been in a strong program lately.
Oh, yeah.
So they'd see. And actually, one of the things I think kids need to see in any sport is a higher level of play. And high school has evolved, and with the good coaching that we've had in Harwich, we've come back with championships, practically every other year in some sports, and then when they see a college game, they can begin to see how it begins to work at a higher level, and then of course you go to the pros. But to go see a college game, it's a really wonderful experience.
Yeah, it's a good learning opportunity.
Oh, yeah. And also, not for nothing, is that when they go to UMass Amherst, they sort of look over. Wait a minute, UMass play at Gillette, or they play up at Amherst?
The last one we went to was at Gillette, but
okay.
They used to play at Amherst. We did a trip back there once.
Right, because if they go to Amherst, they can see our state university and all of the things that that they have to offer. And anecdotally, I was accepted at UMass Amherst in electrical engineering. I couldn't afford to go because at the time it was $800 a year all in. Frank, remember those halcyon days?
Those days,
yeah, right. It was cheaper to go to BC at the time. Frank, one of the things that people want to know is how to participate on different boards and commissions. If they want to come to one of your famous meetings that last 2.5 hours and with a lot of democratic action, when do you meet, and how do you and where do you meet?
We meet the fourth Tuesday of the month. It's at 5:30. It's right here at the Rec Center, and the meetings are open to the public. Anybody can come, and if they have input or something they want to tell us, they're more than welcome to come.
So there's public comment at every meeting?
Oh, yes.
So if somebody has something to say, they can show up?
More than welcome to come.
That's great.
Our agendas are quite long.
Well, when you say 5:30, I have to say that sort of supports people like me that are asleep by 8 o'clock. So thank you, Frank.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're now we're offering trips and so forth, and we're beginning to open up the interior game rooms.
Yep.
And so school starts right after Labor Day, and so right after. So is it after Labor Day that that these things are available and open?
We even start earlier than that. We'll start putting our fall brochures out the last couple weeks of August,
Okay.
just to kind of get the word out early.
Right.
We'll send them out as well through the schools once they open up, so
Okay.
the kids can get them right in their classroom. And then we go from there. Most of the programs start mid to late September, and we go from there.
Okay. Now, one of the things that's important for all of these programs is to how would someone get in touch with you? You mentioned your phone number earlier. It might be time to mention it again.
Yep, sure. It's the main rec office is 508-430-7553.
And I believe you have an email address.
Yep, the best email is my own. It's eBebe, and that's B-E-E-B-E.
Hard to forget that.
I know. And that's at town.harwich.ma.us.
Okay, and if they forget that, they can go to, was it the Harwich Parks and Recs? Or is it
It's harwichcommunitycenter.org.
HarwichCommunityCenter.org.
Yep.
Okay, so here we have, if folks want to come, it's on Oak Street. It's across from both the old and the new high school.
Yep.
Monroe District's hard to miss. There's parking here. Now, believe it or not, the time that we had set for this is kind of winding down.
Yep.
What would be the main takeaway that either one of you would want to leave with folks with regard to their Recreation Commission?
Well, I'd say from the department side, I'd say just that if kids or adults or seniors are looking for opportunities, for recreational opportunities, come take a look, because we do have a lot to offer. And like I said earlier, we're always open to suggestions on different programs that maybe we haven't thought of. If they have a suggestion and we can make it happen and we can get enough people to sign up, we'll do it.
Okay.
So we'll find a way to do it. So that's what we're here for.
And Frank, since you're representing the establishment, what would you say?
Well, we take care of policy, setting fees for the beaches and the fields and so forth. And we do the long-range planning. We did planning for this field right here that we're at today. And right now, our efforts are into planning at Brooks Park. There's going to be expansion going on there for several years to come, and we prepare the articles for town meeting or articles to go before the Community Preservation Commission. So that's mainly our function. And always looking for programs to suggest to Eric to start. And
Are you looking for members?
we have full capacity right now, and we
Good
have
for you.
a very active commission, I must say. If you ever want to go to a meeting that lasts 2.5, 3 hours, we do it. We like to debate and argue about things, but at the end of the day, we think we're moving forward.
The democratic process. The Housing Authority meetings don't seem to last very long at all. And I'll give a pitch that there are many committees in the town of Harwich that can use some membership, and that opportunity is there, because the more you participate, the more you show up, the more you learn, and the more you feel as though you're really part of the community, and the door is open on all of them. So, and I think with that, if you have anything else as a parting shot.
No, that's it. Frank reminded me, though, Brooks Park is something definitely to look for. We're going to be adding more tennis courts there, redoing the whole basketball court, and we have more steps coming in the future with even more basketball courts and picnic areas and all kinds of stuff coming down there.
Okay.
So.
A strong history, a strong present, and a great future.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much for
Thank you.
participating in this, and I want to thank the viewers for watching another session of Hands on Harwich.